But you know, I think it's an awful mistake for people, politicians and others, to think of Africans as merely potential white men with black skins. They've got so many different ways of looking at things, such a different set of values, different ways of behaving. Look, we'll try a little experiment. Sherry! Now, this is a bit superficial, but we'll just see what happens. It may not work. Sherry,
Go.
this daughter of yours, Tombazodwa,
You go.
how tall is she nowadays?
But this height.
There you are. You see? He does that, not that. You see, he holds his hand that way. Sherry, do you ever hold your hands this way when you measure at all?
Yes, they will work for an animal, a dog or pig.
Just like that?
You go.
You're a dog or a pig, but not a child. You see? There you are. Thanks, Sherry. Now, take something much more serious. Murder, for example. The judge has a man up because he's murdered a member of another tribe. And he says, you're guilty of murder. He said, no, I'm not. He said, I didn't kill a man of my own tribe. He didn't belong to my tribe. That's not murder. Or take, shall we say, newborn babes. With us, a babe is a human from the quickening. But with them, no, he's not a human being until his eyes have started to register about 10 days after birth. Or take something far more slight, shall we say, somebody has stolen a bicycle. And the judge says, now you're guilty of theft. He says, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the Ngozi, as they say in Rhodesia, the bad spirit. That entered into me and made me do it, but it wasn't me. Or again, shall we say, the position of women in some of these African societies. I was up in Rhodesia last year, just beyond, up in Nyasaland, recording. And there was a song they sang for me there. It went something like, Iamaye, 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 Mukaziwa Peter Kumude, something of that sort. Now, the story behind that was that there was a certain woman in the village, and she had a daughter she particularly wanted to get married. So do you know what she did? She lent that girl to 4 or 5 young men in the village, hoping for the best. And of course, the village was shocked, but not for the same reason that we'd be shocked for. They said, good heavens, you can't do that. Just think what'll happen. These young men will start fighting and get themselves hurt. You see, a completely different set of values. We're making bricks here, soil cement bricks they call them. You know, you take a little cement and mix it with the soil, put it in this gadget and give it a good pressure, and there's your perfectly good cement brick. It's only about half the cost of an ordinary brick, too. These fellows, you know, their attitude to work is not awfully serious. When they feel they've done enough work, they go off for a nice long holiday. Oh, but there are several compensations. One of the things is that they don't mind a monotonous job like we do. And especially in industry, my industrial friends tell me that give them a job in which they can do the same action again and again and again. You'll think it out for them, you see. Something simple. And they're perfectly excellent. They've got a wonderful future in industry, these fellows. You notice these fellows aren't singing. Well, there are a couple of reasons for that. The work, this work, is not rhythmic. And they're doing all doing different jobs, and so they can't really sing together, but even if they could, it would be difficult because there are different tribes. You see, different tribes have different music, and so they don't have any common songs. But when you do get a job that you can do together, you know, everybody working the same thing, then that's fine, off they go. Sometimes, of course, with the song, it seems to take an awful long time. It doesn't seem to be anything like as quick as the work might be, but in the end, it's fine. They really get going and they get the job done far quicker. They tell me they're about 75 to 80% as efficient as white labor. That doesn't sound too good, but there are many other compensations. For example, they don't go off sick half as much. And also, they do turn up on Monday morning. You know, even if they have a hangover, which they call locally here babalazi. They have this babalazi, they turn up, but they must have meat. In the canteen, they immediately ask for meat on Monday mornings to get over the babalazi. Dennis, I do want you to come and see the mine dances. I'm not absolutely sure they're on this morning, but I think they are. I better go and phone to find out.
Okay.
Hello. Okay, what I was ringing you up about was this. About those mine dances, the native dances at the mines. You sure they're on today? The Durban Deep Mine. Yes, that's it. I've got a friend from England here who wants to see them. Oh, grand. Well, we're going right over now.